Are you thinking about moving to Florida, but you don't know where to start? Well, we're going to talk about that today. My name is Mindy Sylvester, and I've been selling real estate in the Naples area for 26 years. If this is your first time to the channel, please hit that subscribe button so you'll be the first to get the latest information about the real estate market. Okay, so you're thinking about moving to Florida. Maybe you've just gone through this terrible ice snowstorm and you're like, we have to get out of here. I don't blame you. But let's talk today about what are the first steps. So I have looked for a property before remotely in a different state. I was looking to buy a cabin in Georgia and I spent hours and hours just kind of spinning my wheels. I didn't really know the area. I had a general idea of the area, but I didn't know specific neighborhoods, and it can be daunting. And especially in Southwest Florida, especially if you don't know if you want to live in Naples, Bonita, Fort Myers, Estero, Cape Coral. There are so many differences in those cities. Even though they're not geographically that far apart, there are a lot of differences. So the very first step is, well, call me. But you've got to call an agent first who knows the area. Now, I specialize in Naples, but I have a team, a very large team, and we have agents all the way up to Newport Richey, Tampa area. So we've got agents that specialize in all of these areas. But you have to have an agent first that knows the areas and the market really well. The very first thing that agent is going to do is help you establish a price range. So when you call me, the first thing we need to know is like, what's your ideal price range? If you're getting a mortgage, then the very first thing I'm going to do is give you two or three mortgage brokers that I trust, that I've been doing business with for over 20 years. And they're going to tell you exactly what price range you need to be in. There's nothing worse than people starting to look at houses, especially when they're here and they start actually viewing homes and going in open houses without knowing what price range they're qualified for. I've seen it happen so many times, and it's so hard when you start looking at homes that are in a higher price range than what you actually are able to spend. It's almost like test driving Ferraris and Lamborghinis and then realizing that your price range is a Jeep. Well, nothing against Jeeps because I'm a Jeep girl, but it ain't no Ferrari. So it's hard once you look at these beautiful homes. Really, psychologically, it's hard to go down in budget. So the very first thing to do is establish your budget. Well, I guess that's the second thing to do, because the first thing to do is to call me. So after you call me, the first thing we're going to do is establish your budget. Then the next thing is we're going to figure out what kind of lifestyle do you want to live. And I think most people don't understand how many different lifestyles we have in Florida. I grew up in central Illinois. We either had a lake community or a golf community or just regular homes, right? We didn't have the different lifestyles. Now I want to know, do you boat? Do you golf? Do you want a resort style community? Do you want a small boutique community, quiet neighborhood? Do you want to live on the beach, on the bay? Do you want to live near downtown? There's so many different lifestyles. Maybe you are zoning in on a specific school or location. So there's so many factors to know, but once I know your price and what kind of life you want to live, I can have a 5 to 10 minute conversation with you, and I can help you narrow down the areas like that. I mean, I'm not kidding you. I can give you like a handful of neighborhoods that you can really zoom in on. So obviously, once we know your price range and the type of lifestyle you want, we need to know the number of bedrooms you require, the size of home you're looking for, and the home specifics. But usually the neighborhood and obviously the price are more important or as equally important as the number of bedrooms. Also, the thing about when you're looking online is that it's so hard because there are so many things that you can't really get informed on. Like, for example, I have people call me or text me pictures and say, oh my gosh, I want to look at this community. Well, it's in their price range, but what they don't know is that the fees are $40,000 a year. Because sometimes if it looks too good to be true, it usually is. So that is one thing I will help you with. I will help weed out all of that stuff, help weed out 90%, probably 95% of the stuff that doesn't fit your criteria and help you zoom in on that 5%. There's so many other things to consider. Does it have a CDD, which is an extra tax? Does it have golf fees? Does it have really large HOA fees? Sometimes you don't see that stuff on Zillow, Realtor.com, and all those sites. Sometimes it's in another area. So that's what I can help you with, because you might be able to afford $600,000 home, but if the fees are $30,000 a year, that's going to knock you out of that neighborhood. So I'm just going to help you get rid of all of that stuff. So once we have that, then we can really zoom in on your areas and help you find the perfect house. I'm going to be having a few move to Florida Zoom seminars over the next few weeks. We're going to have, obviously, me as a real estate professional, a mortgage person to tell you exactly what the mortgage process is in Naples, what the current interest rates are. We're going to have a financial advisor talk about the financial benefits of moving to Florida. And we'll just help you get all the information you need to make that next step so that you can live your dream and move to Florida. It's not that hard. Southbound lanes are open every single day. So contact me for more information. We can have a quick call or Zoom call, and I can get more information about what you're looking for, connect you to the right people, and get you to Florida. So I hope this video helped. If you like it, would you please give it a thumbs up? That helps me. And I look forward to talking to you and helping you find the perfect home and making a smooth move to Naples. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.